Hi, it's Tiffany. I wanted to quickly address something. We're we're right in the middle of a pandemic, and I've never lived through a pandemic. I'm a woman of a certain age, and I know a lot of people who are my age mates, younger or older, have yet to live through a pandemic. I think the last pandemic we had was the Spanish flu in 1920s, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but get this though. There are a lot of different theories that are floating around. About the 5G towers, about the vaccine, and etc., right? So let me address something really quickly, and I promise not to keep you guys. A lot of people are asking me, Tiff, are you going to get the vaccine if it comes out? Tiff, are you going to get the vaccine? In all honesty, and this is just my opinion, I am not a fan of vaccines. I have never gotten a flu shot and I never will. I think I've only had the flu twice in my life. Once when I was like maybe 14 years old, and then again like maybe 2 years ago. I've never had, like, rarely do I get sick because I stay up on my black seed oil. I stay up on my sour sop and different, vitamins and, and I do my hoodoo protection work. So rarely do I get sick. So I hear a lot of different people criticizing the people who take vaccines, and I hear a lot of people criticizing the people who don't. So let me just offer my opinion. Take it or throw it out the window. Choose whatever you want to do. Okay, for the people who think that the anti-vaxxers are just nut jobs and who are stupid, this, that, and the third. I've heard, all kind of stuff about people who are anti-vaxxers. And again, this is not me saying you should never get your kids vaccinated because I'm not an expert and I'm not a medical professional, but I'm just going to offer my opinion. The reason why people don't trust the vaccines is because anything that the federal government pushes automatically draws an eye of skepticism. Because we all know that the United States federal government and different world governments, different other, nations' governments, all operate under the guise of white supremacy. And anybody who's ever studied any type of political science know that white supremacy is ruthless. That's no secret. The United States operates white supremacy. It just does, and that's a indisputed fact. So if a federal government, especially as diabolical as the United States have with its track record, with the Tuskegee experiment, excuse me, sorry, I'm distracted. You can't really blame people for not trusting the government. So when you see this whole slew of anti-vaxxers out here who don't trust the government, who don't believe in vaccinations, who you see all this information pouring out there and all this mistrust, you can't blame anyone but the federal government for that. So I know that we're living in an uncertain time. We have all this stuff flooding in about how the coronavirus and why the coronavirus and who, put it out there and man-made. Is it man-made in a laboratory or is it from bats, whatever? I read all of the information and I know it, but I look at everything with an eye of skepticism if it's coming from the CDC or the federal government. I have to decipher for myself because I cannot trust what the government is telling me. And I don't think you should either, because if you just swallow every lump they try to shove down your throat, it could get you messed up. And I'm just being honest. I don't think that the federal government has changed its methods or have a higher integrity level now than it did with the Tuskegee experiments that they did. So with that being said, I don't think I will be getting, or I know that I won't be getting any vaccine for the coronavirus. I rarely get sick. I think what I've been doing has worked great for me, and I don't see why I should switch it up and change it now. I implore you guys, please, to take care of yourself, to wash your hands, to practice social distancing, to practice universal precautions, and to just you read and educate yourself and make an informed decision for you and your family best you can. I'm not saying completely disregard what the government say, but I'm also not saying run hook, line, and sinker for everything that they push, because I don't trust them as far as I can pick this car up and throw it. And I'm just being honest. You guys have a good day. Be safe. Ashe.